Hola, chicos. So now we are going to talk about one of my favorite things to teach in Spanish 1, the uses of ser and estar, both of which mean to be, which you've already known, but they get used slightly differently. So we have very specific situations for ser, very specific situations for estar, and some situations where one or the other would be appropriate depending upon what it is you want to say. But before we go any further than that, let's go ahead and conjugate our verbs. So we already know, sorry, I got a little cold going on, that the yo form of ser is soy. So we always say yo soy, tú eres, él, ella, and usted use es, nosotros somos, vosotros sois, ellos, ellas, and ustedes use son, which you can probably do backwards, upside down, inside out, in the dark with your eyes closed and be totally fine. The yo forms of estar, same idea. Yo estoy. Whoops. That's not estoy. Let's put a Y on there. So much better. Right? Tú uses estás. Cheated there a little bit. El en usted use está. Nosotros, no accent mark over that A, estamos. However, vosotros does have that accent mark. Estáis. Ellos, ellas, and ustedes are going to use están. So both ser and estar are irregular verbs, both have their own conjugations. So this is where things get a little interesting. It's how they are used. And ser tends to be for things that are more characteristic and estar that are more conditioned. And there's so many ways that people teach this. I've been taught this so many ways over the years and seen so many different ways. The one I seem to like the best, I did not make this up, so I cannot claim this at all, is using the acronyms doctor and place. So the way this is going to work is this. Ser, let's make this a little bit bigger so I don't get 2 pages on there. Cool. Ser is going to use the acronym doctor. All right. So every single letter stands for something. Let's go ahead and fill in the rest. D stands for date. So when we're talking about a date, like what day it is right now, what the date is, we are going to use a form of ser. O stands for occupation. C stands for characteristic. T stands for time. I don't need the whole thing. We're making it a little smaller so everything fits the same. Time. I guess I didn't need the T either. Ha. Okay. This O stands for origin. Where you're from. All right. And the final one stands for the letter R, relationships. Okay. So somebody is your cousin, your nephew, your uncle, your friend, your relationship. And those all use a form of ser. Estar uses the acronym place. All right. We're going to go make this a little smaller. Cool. The P stands for position. So your homework is on top of your desk. Your backpack is underneath of the table. The salt is on top of the food. What position it's in. Okay, that is very, very similar to the L, which stands for location. So a position and a location are pretty much almost the exact same thing. Location being like I'm located in the classroom, or my friends are at home, or the cat is walking actually on top of my legs right now, which is true as I'm recording this. Hello, Ace. All right. A stands for action. This is not something that we learn in Spanish 1, but you're going to know what the A is for. Action meaning an action in progress. This is the present progressive tense. You do not learn that until Spanish 2, but it does use a form of a star. So we're going to know that the A really isn't going to come into play for us at all. We're going to deal with position, location, the C, and the E. Instead of a characteristic, we focus on conditions. All right. A condition is anything along the lines of, somebody being in a hurry, or somebody being busy, or somebody being like a door being open. All right, so that would be considered a condition. And last but not least is emotion. That's like your feelings. All right, so somebody being tired, or That was more of a condition, sorry. Somebody being happy or sad or nervous, that's what we consider an emotion. So these are all forms of to be. There's our be, cute. Okay, here is an exception. We say that ser uses the date, occupation, characteristic, time, origin, relationship, and that position, location, action, conditions, and emotions are for forms of estar. Here is an exception to the location rule right here. The location of an event is considered ser. So a party being at somebody's house or a concert being in a particular venue. Those are locations of events, and locations of events use ser. Okay, location of event is ser. So remember that. So the best way to do this is just kind of go through. We have a whole bunch of examples in the back of your notes here, and we're going to do a lot of these because the more you do this, the more they just start sounding right, which is what we want. All right, so here we go. Changes to red. Let's do some examples of ser. So the date, it's May 12th. So, whoops, es el 12 de mayo. Okay, that's the date. Occupation, that will be something along the lines of we are doctors. So nosotros somos is the form that goes in nosotros. Doctors, médicos. I got to pull up my E accent marker here. Oh, there we go. Or it could be médicas. You could be all girl doctors too. I don't care. Pick one. All right. Characteristics. Somebody being tall. I think it's a physical characteristic, like what you look like on the outside. Those are all ser. So yo soy alto or alta if you're a girl. So there's nothing along the lines of, you're not feeling tall. You're not located in a tall place. It's what you are. It's a book. And we already know that there is no subject pronoun for it. So in order to use it, we just say es. Okay, it's just the verb by itself. It's, okay, un libro. Okay, it's a book. They are kind. Okay, ellos. Make that red. Oops. The form son amables. Making sure we make that ending at the adjective agree. All right. All right. So yo soy alto, es un libro, ellos son amables, all characteristics. Telling time, we've been doing that since exploratory Spanish. This is just very familiar. Son las dos. You didn't even know that that's what you were doing, but you were. Origin. Origin is where you're from. So you are from Spain. Tú, gotta put my accent mark for my U. There is, oops, give myself some space. De España. Gotta get my little tilde over my N. Tú eres de España. Now, also going kind of along the lines of origin are nationalities. Okay, somebody being American, somebody being Cuban, somebody being German, somebody being Russian, anything along those lines. Nationalities go with origin. So very, very similar. I'm going to copy this because it's the exact same thing. Save a little time, paste it in there, boom. So tú eres not from Spain, but if you are Spanish, actually, you use the word español. So believe it or not, Spanish the language and Spanish the nationality. Same. Tú eres español. If you were a girl, you'd be española. Last but not least, relations. Okay, so relationships. You are, or sorry, they are my cousins. So ellos son mis primos. The exception, and I'm going to put my sentences down here at the bottom because I have a little more room here. The concert is at the park. Sounds like it's a location. Sounds like it should be a star. We've always said for how we feel and where we are, always use the verb star. Not in this case. Location of an event, you have to use a form of ser. So el concierto es en el parque. Boom. Okay. The party being at her house. That is also location of event. La fiesta es en su casa. It's at her house. All right, we'll kind of bump these over a little bit so they look like they're more in line. I just didn't have as much room here on the side. I was afraid I was going to run out of room. So those are all forms of ser. Okay. relationship, same thing. Let's talk about, so sorry, examples of the star. All right, positions. Now I'm going to make these all in blue, so I'm being consistent here. All right, the homework is on the desk. Let's see if I run out of room or not. La tarea. Okay, being on the desk. Whoops. Oh, goodness. I would have forgot I copied something there. EST. We're going to throw that X mark over that A. Boom. Está en el pupitre. Knew I was going to run out of room. We're just going to make this one a little smaller so we can get it to fit. It's fine. Boom. There we go. That's fine. All right. So we're using a form of estar. Copy that so I can paste it over. It's going to be a little small. She is in class. Okay. So we're talking about where she is currently located. Ella. Okay. Está. Okay, it's where she's located. I'm gonna make this a little bigger so it matches everything else. Boom. Got 14. Haha. Copy that one for the next time. Ella está. Okay, where is she? En la clase. Boom. All right, they're in Spain. So rather than being from Spain, is where they're currently located. That's a star. Okay. Ellos. To be blue. Okay. Están en España. That made it all small on me again, even though I thought I copied that. Boom. We gotta pull up my and it is make this all bigger so it matches everything else because I have the room to do it. Boom. We're just gonna copy this for next time. There we go. All right. Now this one action we are running doesn't really affect you so much. You learned this in Spanish too, but I'll show you what it is. It's to say something is happening. So say we are running right now. Is nosotros or we, which you know. Nosotros estamos. And to say running, you take the verb correr, and instead of ing, we add yendo. Nosotros estamos corriendo. You don't have to remember that. That is something you learn in Spanish too, but you at least know why the A is there. The door is open is a condition. La puerta. Want to be blue. La puerta está abierta. Make it agree. La puerta is a feminine noun. All right. We are in a hurry. No, whoops. Nosotros estamos apurados. Okay, being in a hurry is considered a condition. The coffee is hot. Oh, goodness. El café. Pull up my accent mark for my E. That's a little better. Get rid of all this extra stuff I don't need. Oh, goodness. Okay. Está caliente. Okay. Let's go with some emotions. I am sad is how I am feeling. So a period after it. Boom, boom. Yo estoy triste. He is nervous. That's not a word. Get rid of that. So much better. Get rid of the end of that one. Okay. El has an accent mark over that E. Oh. Oops, make it capital. Goodness. Oh, that would work. And I'll make it blue later. El está nervioso. And they being happy. Ellos están contentos. All right, make them all blue. There you go. That was a lot. That was a long one. Sorry about that, but that's kind of just the way it goes. All right, chicos, I'll see you in clase.